Something special, no question about that. Gina Phillips joining us also from the Ontario Regiment Museum. Terry Woods, thanks for being here.
It's great to be here.
That looked like quite the adventure you had.
It was. I've been on a tank before, but never actually gotten to go in and then get a ride on a tank. It was intimidating, actually, is what it was, because you really realize at that moment, like, there were guys, you know, 4 to 5 of them in these tanks all at one time, fighting for their lives, and it's daunting to know that it's a reality.
Terry, I never even heard of this museum, I'll be honest. Didn't know it existed.
Well, we've been there for a while. We're sort of the undiscovered gem of the GTA. We encourage people to come out. We're 1000 Stevenson Road North in Oshawa, just immediately south of the airport. There's an exit right off the 401.
I'm guessing Gina got a little special treatment here. Not everyone can go riding around in the tank.
Well, if you want to join the Ferret Club and help out with the maintenance, which we're always looking for volunteers, you can absolutely drive a tank.
Oh,
great.
There you go.
So, what are the other opportunities? I mean, clearly you saw the museum. Just to taking a stroll around, you're seeing some stuff you can't see anywhere else.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is stuff that we're the largest collection of vehicles, and some really unique and special ones. But you can come out and see them for yourselves Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 12 to 4, up until Remembrance Day, which is a Tuesday, when we'll be open. And we'll be doing a big parade in Oshawa. To one of the troops. And
I kind of talked about it in the story, but inside the museum, just the collection of souvenirs. And I love how Gary talks about that. You know, Canadians fought for souvenirs because there are so many things from, you know, World War I, World War II, but also like an 1815 medal from the Battle of Waterloo. These are the kind of artifacts that they have, all donated by family members, people throughout the years to this museum. It's an incredible collection.
Yeah, and again, it's something you can't see anywhere else.
Well, one of the neatest things we have is a piece of the fabric from the Red Baron's airplane from the First World War. And the sad thing is, most kids aren't aware of who the Red Baron is, even though there's a song about him with
something
Snoopy.
to do with Snoopy or
absolutely
exactly.
And but so that's there. So we want to tell the story of the Ontario Regiment and the men that fought there, and the women, of course. And we use tanks to make it you know, a little extra more exciting.
How many women would have been involved?
Well, in the Second World War, there were very few, but we do have a large contingent now that serve. In fact, they're mentioned in our little magazine I brought. But yeah, there's probably about 10 or 15% now are women.
Well, it was neat seeing the Bomb Girls uniform at the museum. You know, they have a little display. Also, love letters, you know, written by soldiers to their loved ones. Oh, just heartbreaking. Really incredible to see. I would encourage everyone. I know you guys do school tours.
Absolutely.
You know, they're kind of trying to get younger people out just to see it, because it's quite a gem and it's not that far away. And the largest collection of operational historical vehicles. So these are actual tanks that on special days throughout the year, they actually parade them down the streets.
Yeah, and then on the tank Saturdays, which if you go to our website, which I know you're showing on the screen, they will run a tank on that day, or a series of tanks. The last one, for example, we ran as many as we could, as we had drivers for. And you will not see that anywhere else, so it's a great time.
Again, I didn't know this existed. If I happened to be out in Oshawa or in Durham region somewhere and I saw a tank turn the corner, I would not know what was going on.
Yes.
Totally.
This movie, by the way, is getting incredible reviews.
It's really good. Oh, you should go see it. Brad Pitt, he is a little bit old, I think. Like, I don't know how realistic it is.
No.
Do you think it is realistic?
No, well, I mean, he looks young, but there were no 50-year-old or anyone close to that.
Yeah, even if he were supposed to be 35.
That would be on the high end.
That would be on the high end.
Why is that?
Well, I mean, you didn't last very long anyway, so most of the fellows would have been in their low 20s. The tanks themselves, now we were very lucky as a unit, but you didn't normally have a long lifespan operating tanks or in a lot of these situations.
Is that because they were incredibly vulnerable after they'd be immobilized?
Well, the Sherman, unfortunately, when it came out, was a wonderful tank, but within literally weeks, the Germans had upgraded, and we couldn't keep up with their particular tanks. Thankfully, we had lots of tanks, and
hopefully you haven't spoiled the movie for us.
No.
I'm not saying we won or lost.
But the movie, it is interesting. And I say in the story, you know, the star is Brad Pitt, the star is the tank. And I say that because the setting, for most of the movie, it's inside the tank or at least around the tank. And it's just a story about these 5 guys that, you know, are all together all the time fighting for their lives. And I can't even believe it'd be interesting to see the set that they used, because I don't know how they got a camera actually inside, because we struggled with doing that. But you feel that cramped feeling while you're watching the movie, and you really understand tank warfare better when you leave.
Well, incredible stuff.
Oh, sorry,
Any
that's
final
what we're
thoughts?
trying to do with the vehicles and whatnot, just to make people aware of what our forces go through.
Excellent. Terry Woods, thank you very much for being here. Gina Phillips, of course.
Thanks, John.
Thanks for being here. We'll be right back.